What's up, everyone? It's Charles here with Rocket Punch Army, and today we're going to take a look at this Voltron ES Gokin Voltron Lion Force. I got the collector grade, obviously, which means, of course, this is from BBTS. We've gone ahead and made a custom box for it, sealed it up. I still open it anyway, but in case you guys like to keep your stuff sealed, it's available like that. And there's a link in the description below. Guys, before we continue, don't forget, I do have a Patreon if you want to support the channel to keep these videos going and keep them from being not so few and far between. But enough blab, let's get in here and check it out. Now, just in case we have Voltron fans tuning in, not necessarily well versed in the Action Toys ES line, this is actually what we call an SD version of this character, which is super deformed. ES Gokin line has been around for a few years, and this is their latest one. They do have the vehicle force on the way, but this box is very reminiscent of all the other releases, just a little bit bigger than most of them. And I gotta say, that graphic design is amazing. It is pictures of the actual toy. There's no actual artwork, but just check it out. It's super colorful, nice and glossy. You got the little metallic gold there. This is the side here. Check out the back. Now, this is during the combination right here, and it's got a picture of all the lions here. But I love it. I kind of started to wind down on my SD collecting, but you know, guys, I'm a big fan of Voltron, so I definitely had to have this. So we're going to go ahead and get in here. Where's the side I opened? It's this side. It's a nice thick cardboard box, by the way, and a nice little tray here. Whoops. Those also have this full color instruction booklet, little manual, right? Put that off to the side here. So we got two trays. We have the main tray, which has all the lions. Okay, and I will try to remember to weigh these. I hope I don't forget, so I don't have to re-edit, but let's just hope. But it is nice and hefty. And we also have the tray here that stands with all the extra pieces, which is cool because it has the little anime accurate things here. By things, I mean covers for the lion legs. So we're going to go from small to bigger, right? So we're just going to start off with the arm lions. Now, if you follow my Facebook for Rocket Punch Army, if you don't, check it out. I just post things once in a while just to let you know, guys, I'm still alive. But I mentioned these things are adorable, and they really, really are. Just going to get them out of these little plastic things. I wanted to wear gloves for the chrome, but you know, at this point I only found one white glove. But these things are amazing. Now, obviously I don't have them posed very well, but let's go ahead and see what we can do here. And oops, oh, we got a loose leg on that red lion. Not a good sign, but alright, so there we are. Got the green and the red lion. Now remember, this is part of the Gokin line, so this does have some metal. On the lions, the arm lions, you're only going to get this rear piece out of metal, which makes sense because when the arms are extended, you don't want weight towards the front, even though this, you know, in combination may weigh more than that, but you get what I'm saying. And you got the nice little joints there. The tail, believe it or not, that is the tail. It doesn't actually pull out. It actually does have a hinge. Actually, this opens up, and yeah, I thought maybe there was something that folded out, but no. And the reason I sound like I'm looking at this for the first time, because this truly is, besides the pictures I was taking, the first time I'm actually handling them. That green lion, we can open up this little weapon right here. The head moves this way. You get the regular. I mean, at this point, if you haven't seen the articulation on the any Voltron, then there's tons of videos out there, but I should go over the things that are you know, radically different from any other Voltron, like this kind of elbow hinge. It's got like a 3-part hinge, which is really strange, and then just a standard hinge there. The legs are as every other Voltron, and then this is here the joint that connects to the shoulder. There's no weapon inside the mouth. And this is very roughly close to the size of like the original, the green head, maybe a little bit smaller, but pretty much the same kind of, you know, bulkiness. take a look at the Red Lion here, and the Red Lion, so we can open this thing here. It's a little hard with these big fat fingers I have. Oop, there we go. This comes off, so I'm assuming the other weapon will tab on. We'll check that out in just a moment. Same articulation, same everything as the Green Lion. Obviously different mold. Little bit of movement there on the neck. Same thing. Alright, so we're going to put some weapons on these guys and check it out. Alright, so we got the Green Lion here with his little mouth blade thing. Don't remember the proper names. Forgive me. And then the little shoulder weapons here. And we also got the same for the Red Lion. You know, his mouth blade, a couple of weapons. And the reason he has an extra weapon is because this one doesn't actually flip out, which I found strange since they went through the trouble of doing it for the Green Lion, right? The Red Lions doesn't actually pivot out. So let me go ahead and get these weapons on, and then we'll move on to the next Lions. Alright, here they are fully assembled, or not assembled, but you know what I mean, with the weapons on. So you got the Red Lion with all his weapons on, and you also got the Green Lion. I notice on the Green Lion, this one weapon is very, I wouldn't say it's loose, it doesn't come out very easily, but it kind of just slides right in. And then this side was a little tough to put on, and then these were firm to put in. So it's just a manufacturing tolerance thing. What I don't like that I found on both is this limp leg in the rear. So it's always going to just, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard. And for some reason, it's hard to just get them to stand straight, like without like one paw being up. You know what I mean? So that's a little bit annoying, but don't plan to keep these in lion mode. So let's get these in their arm modes and then move on to the bigger cats. So I've got Green Lion done. We're going to do Red Lion. Very familiar movements here. Just going to fold the legs and I was going to say arms. They're all legs, I guess. The same way you would any other Voltron. And then obviously make sure you put the little tail away. Sorry if the camera goes blurry, guys. I'm kind of close to the camera. There we are. Actually, I almost forgot, guys. You can actually remove the legs. I don't know how I feel about just having legs that tab on. It's weird because now that I'm doing this, they're coming off super easy. But they don't necessarily come off easy while you're messing with them. So we're going to get those there and then take these off. Alright, and then we're going to add those little special pieces to make it anime or screen accurate, I should say. Well, anime accurate, right? Alright, so we got a bunch of little chips here. But it's very easy. They're going to tab on. Pretty self-explanatory. Maybe this goes on this side. Oops, sorry for going off camera, guys. It's hard to do this while filming. So these guys went all out. I mean, they didn't even put the little, what do you call it, the little joints there. It's just full-blown lack of legs. Makes you wonder why nobody else has done this. I mean, it's so easy. I guess it's kind of weird just to have to take legs off. I understand. Kind of cool to just do it with the covers, but I mean, really at the end, this is one of the most effective ways of doing it. We're going to get Red Lion done, and then finally we'll move on to the leg lions. Alright, so check out these little guys. We've got the blue and yellow lion, obviously, and look at these proportions. I said they're like little adorable little things, super deformed. Look at those rear legs are way smaller than the front legs, and the head. And the feet for that matter. Look at that. Just a weird proportion. Now the metal on this one is same thing. It's going to be on the back of the lion and then also on the top. So it's like really just the top half of the leg. The bottom is going to be plastic. You can see a little hinge right there, a little metal hinge. A lot of movement here for the head. And it's just a lot of things going on here. Super complex rear attachment here. The rear leg's really tiny. One thing I noticed about the front legs is that they swivel on 2 points. They swivel right here, and there's also the top part here, which is very tight. That moves, but I feel like pulling on this to move the top, seeing as this is really tight, is probably not a good idea, since this is not metal. That little skinny little rod right there, it fits the same material as the legs. It's going to be just plastic chrome. So I just grab it from the shoulder if I were you or me, and just swivel that around if you need to. The tail is a flat tail. At least it does have a couple of hinges here for it. Okay, as far as the mouth, it does open. There's a little tab there for the weapons, and find out what this does or how it's going to work in just a moment. And let's take a look at the yellow lion. By the way, if you guys didn't know, yellow lion is my favorite lion. Growing up, that's the first one I ever saw as a kid as a toy. So of course that just, it's like I'm a little bird. When it finds its mom and chases a mom, I chased after yellow lion. So same thing, tail, same joints setup as blue lion, same little tab in the mouth. Pretty straightforward, guys. This is not something totally new to see, just seeing it in a different shape. Alright guys, so once again, the even numbered lion has more pieces than the odd number. In this case, we were wondering how this works. We got to pop off this little tab here and put this on. Otherwise, everything just tabs in. Now, of course, it's not going to play nice. It's going to be very hard to tab in. Alright, let me just get these guys set up. And before we do that, actually, we didn't even check out the articulation on the leg lion. So you can see they got a nice little back arch here. Again, another double jointed design there. You got the head here on a ball joint, and then typical movement here aside from this little hinge there that I showed you before. So let me get these guys weaponized. So guys, while I was handling this, you definitely want to maybe wear gloves. I did wash my hands, but there's already fingerprint burns on here. I don't know if they were from me or the factory, but I'm not about to do some forensic stuff here. But you definitely want to take care of that. You can see right there, it's already staining, and I can't rub it off. So I'm sure I could take it off with some kind of liquid, but just a thing to keep in mind. By the way, you do have to pop off these tabs off the shoulder. And if we take a look at the tabs, I mean the shoulders, there's no area for the nail to dig in. So I kind of found like this little area where they pop it off the mold, and I kind of was getting a little bit of friction there and it popped off. Just keep in mind you will have to pop these off to get the weapons on. Alright, so here I got them with the weapons, and while I was doing that I noticed that there is a swivel on the claws. So that's another point of articulation that I missed. Had no clue, unless it's broken. No, it definitely is a swivel right there, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, here they are with the weapons. Don't know how I feel about having to pop off those shoulders just to put weapons. It seems like an unnecessary, what's it called? I don't know, unnecessary blah blah blah. Fill in the words, please. And yeah, and then the blue lion. Alright, so now we've checked that out, guys. I think we're going to move on. We're going to just turn these guys into the legs, and that's it. Pretty soon we'll get to Voltron, don't worry. Alright guys, so I'm learning some stuff as we go along. Again, even though I label this a review, it really is just me exploring this figure for this first time. So just so you know, you got to take all the legs off. Now that little swivel serves also right here as the release point, right? So this is plastic, so don't turn that up way too far because you will pop this tab, and that would suck. I'm sorry about the noises in the background, guys. I do live in a house and there's people around. So yeah, we're going to get this into the leg thing. Now there are parts you have to attach, okay, to do the little anime accurate thing, so I'll get those attached. They just tab right on. As a matter of fact, you can see how this is attached. So it's got this little yellow piece there. It goes right there. The other piece is pretty much identical. Just has no lower leg. Alright guys, so this is where I tabbed on these little pieces. I should have left them off to show you. But yeah, you get the idea. This just goes here, creates that little joint there. These little pieces attach, tab to where the legs are. If that looks strange, it's because you need to swivel it right there. And it becomes part of that. This comes forward, and then there's this little heel that comes out. So we got that, and oh, obviously we got to bring down the tail. Guess we got to fold it over this way, fold it down. There you go, nice little leg. We're gonna get blue line done, and then we're gonna move over. As I was getting these together, guys, I noticed that like one side will just fold right up. This side, the shoulder joint, is super tight, and I'm afraid of breaking it. Don't pull by here or from here, guys. Same thing with the Blue Lion. It was really tough to get. I can't even get this one all the way up. It just won't spin, and I don't think it's absolutely necessary for me to mess with that. So, and then we're just going to continue adding these pieces, and I think we're finally going to get to the Black Lion. Oh my God, guys, look at this guy. It's got the hugest head on the planet. As a matter of fact, this head is bigger than the Blitzway, believe it or not. Much bigger. But it's got the tiniest body ever. And look at those legs. The chest is practically touching the ground. I mean, this is pretty exaggerated. And again, that doesn't really stand great. Legs are too short to really get your fat fingers in there, but you have small hands, maybe that'll work out for you. It's got some protective plastic. Okay, a lot of the joints on this, again, off camera. A lot of the joints on this are like really tight, and then some are loose, which is kind of annoying. I had to do that off camera, but there's a little protective plastic that goes under his chin. But look at that sculpt. It's actually pretty good. I probably shouldn't have shown you guys this yet. But anyway, this is the Black Lion, guys. Let me put this little piece of plastic back here. It's got some chrome gold. Let's close this mouth. Alright. Let's show you the mouth without the face. So there you are. What I noticed, it's flat. On the notice that on the blue and yellow lines, the mouth is flat there. So yeah, this is it. I mean, as far as articulation, does the arm or legs move here in the front? Yep, they open up right here, and again, these joints are like way too hard for some of these areas, but I can't tell. Yes, there's a swivel. There it is. There's a swivel. I'm only going to do this side, guys, because I'm not trying to break this. But there it is. I know it's not that I don't suggest you guys do not use yours, but when I'm filming with camera, my arms are really extended, and it's hard to really get a grasp on it. But the rear legs, they do have ratchets. You can see them right there. You can hear them. Actually, no, you can't hear them. Did I just break this? Let me see the other. No, actually, they look like ratchets, but they are not. So that's weird. All right, and barely any leg. Like, there's no point in having this joint here. As a matter of fact, yeah, there's actually there's a lower joint on the to get these straight. It's almost pointless to have that other thing there. But this is the Black Lion. We're gonna get some weapons on the Black Lion. Now these are the weapons for the Black Lions, or Lion. There's only one. The mouth blade, you got the two cannons. As a matter of fact, if you're wondering where the diecast is, let's go ahead and check it out. So the diecast, from what I can see, the metal, is just this lower section. I can't tell if it feels hefty up here because of the head, or if there's maybe joints in there. I don't see any, guys. Don't see any through there. So we're just going to go ahead and say that just this lower area, not the legs, just the like his diapers, are die-cast metal. And to get the weapons on, you got to pull these tabs out. Yeah, it's way too hard. Like it sunk in my thumb. But there it is. I'm assuming those are also the attachment points for the arm lions. These cannons will just not pop in. Let's try the other side. Guys, again, when I do this, I'm not trying to put a lot of force on it. There we go. Whatever. But that's where the cannons are supposed to go and look like that. But I'm not trying to pop it too hard. There we go. Alright, just going to do that one so you can see it from this side. And we're going to go ahead and put the mouth blade in. And does it tab in? Oops, yes, it looks like it tabs in right up there. So let's do this properly. The little tab on the blade. Boom, tabs right in. Close the mouth. And there you got Black Lion. So we're going to go ahead and get this guy into the upper torso, or the torso, and see what it looks like as Voltron. It's finally it, guys. We're here. Voltron time. Alright, guys, so again, this is just like any other Voltron. You got to bring the legs down, right? The wings are identical to everything else out there. Tail just folds right up there. This you swivel around after popping it out. You can't just swivel it around. And then you snap it in, right? And then we'll go ahead and fix the, oh, as far as the front legs, they fold and then they kind of like squeeze into this little hole. It almost looked like it was broken, but it's actually made for that to go right in. Such a strange little thing. With all the effort they made to hide everything else on the other ones, this one was a little weird instead of putting like a cap over it. If they're going to go that far with the other ones. And then let's see how these guys attach. And looks like they're just friction fit here. So that's what we're going to do, is provide friction. Yeah, so it's just friction right over these little holes there. So let's go ahead and do that without breaking anything. Woo! So now you guys know what I scream like when I'm afraid of something. So got Yellow Lion on, and does this, yeah, this comes out a bit. So yeah guys, it's just friction fit, but it's a little difficult to get in there. Do I have to press anything? I should probably read the instructions, I think. I don't even know what this thing is there for. It's got to do something. Let me look at the instructions before I break something. Nah, the instructions were just like, you dummy, it's the same as any other Voltron. So I don't know why that's shaped like that. Sure, there's a reason. But we're going to look at these little sections here to make sure they go over and in. Look at that. Do I have those lines on the right side? I do. Okay. Alright, so far that's what we got, guys. Let me get these wings out here because I feel like I might snap them. And where are those arm lions? Here they are. And we're going to attach these here. Please pop in. Yes. And pop in here. Oh yeah, guys, this is looking really cool right here. And let me just zoom out a bit so you can really, can't zoom out, that's as far as I go. Alright, so let's bring, I know we got to bring these side things. Boy, here we go. Yeah, these little side pieces here, right? And then this down and form the head. Open the ears. Wow, guys, look at that. Tell me this isn't cool. Some of you guys are probably like, that's so stupid, but you know, it's pretty cool. And it is hefty, guys. Wow, let me go ahead and weigh this like I said I would. I didn't forget. Alright guys, so here's my scale. Pop them on there. See what we can read here. Go down, and we have 1,000. No, sorry. It's not 1,000. I was reading it wrong. It's only 370 grams. It's just kind of weird. Feels like it weighs more than my race buggy. My race buggy weighs 1,500 grams, but well, maybe not that it weighs more, but you know, I guess for its size, it's pretty hefty. So that's actually not too bad. In case you're wondering what it is in what is that, pounds? Where are the pounds? It's almost a pound. So it's 0.815 of a pound, so about 8/10 of a pound, a little bit more, but feels nice, guys. And then these wings, make sure they're on there. Pretty cool. I'm gonna see if I can get the blitzway here. Really, I'm afraid to touch that one because it's. So, guys, I have my GX71. It's super dusty, and it has what I referred to in past videos as cosmic rust, like Megatron. Look at that chrome. It looks like, it almost looks like the I was gonna say Final Fantasy, the Fantasy Jewel, which is not really chrome. It's kind of like that dull kind of shine. The arm lines are obviously super shiny because those are just chromed plastic. So why would you make the legs metal and not the body? But anyway, whatever. Just wanted to do this for a comparison. So there's this little baby deformed brother, super deformed, and oh, I was going to say that brings us to the end of the review, but there are weapons, guys, and a stand. So you know I love those stands, so let's go ahead and get those and then wrap up. Alright, so here's a stand, blah blah blah. It comes with a little metal pin and a couple of clips. That's as far as I'm going with the stand, guys. This guy does not need a stand. It's not going to be completely superposable to the, I mean, he is, but it's just not my thing. But we'll go through the articulation in just a moment. Look at this. I pulled out the gloves because I definitely don't want to stain the blazing sword, which, by the way, is magnificent. Okay, so even though he's super deformed, the blade is pretty much proportional to the way it's supposed to be. And of course, you got the little shield, and you got this weapon, which also tabs into either side. And of course, you can attach them like so. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the articulation. Let me get rid of some of these weapons, and then that's it. We'll wrap it up, guys. Alright, guys, so articulation, we have the head. Can look up or down, side to side. Well, not down so much. Oh! What's going on here, guys? Oh, someone's revving outside. But, guys, that sculpt is beautiful, isn't it? For the face. It's one of the nicer ones out there. But, yeah, so the head, side to side. The shoulders, you do get this, so you can come around here. Maybe they'll do like a blazing sword edition when it goes clang, right? Maybe not. But anyway, so you can see the shoulders, how they move there, and they'll turn this way. You got the elbows. Remember, the elbows do have that extension here, so you can really bring it around. And you have a waist, not much of a waist. You have ab crunch, okay? And you do have the legs that you kind of need to keep them like spaced like this, like a stanced mode, and they move back. You just have to be careful, obviously, that you don't bang anything into the metal. And the knees, that's what that part is. Dang it, this whole plastic section here. There you go. See that? That's a lot of movement for a stubby knee, but you can see the lion foot there. And of course, you're going to come out in the middle of the review. Let's put you back in there. And then the ankles, right? But the ankles, if I'm not mistaken, something pops out over here. Are you not going to do it? Yeah, there you go. See? You get an extension like that, so you can do some really crazy things. And guys, I think that about wraps it up for this. I am dying and sweating here, guys. I'm in a room with no AC because the AC will blow right on that little backdrop and make it very difficult for you guys to hear me. So before I pass out, I'm going to wrap it up. But again, guys, you can pick this guy up at BBTS. He runs around $230. And that's a pretty hefty price tag for something like this. But it's pretty much the norm, guys. The prices are just going up. For $229, you picked up almost picked up a GX71. Now you're only able to get something this size. But if you're going to get anything at BBTS, use the links in my videos, guys. That really helps out the channel. Okay, for me to be able to bring you these videos. I also have a Patreon. Check that out also. It helps me get equipment and supplies and whatever else I need to keep this channel going. If you enjoy the videos, you can leave your comments, share them, whatever. And I'll try to get back to you guys if there's any comments down there. So thanks for watching, guys. Until next time. Bye-bye. By the way, stay tuned for the 3.0 Voltron, which I just got today, but I am no condition to review that at this moment, so keep an eye out for that one coming soon. Take it easy.